set it up, didn't he?
From here, focused on my own way, with never looking back to those who lived in fear. There was nothing I could do, there is nothing you said that could make me realize how much lucky I was. Just out of reach of the fire, was not aware of the nightmare, but when I stopped to see through sight, begging for help, begging for hope, just need to open my eyes now to try to change them to sunshine, to be someone
Good afternoon there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to ExtremeMotorsports99.com at Texas Motor Speedway tonight, the Duck Commander 500. I am your host, Tim McBrear, and my co-host is Ryan Galville. How you doing, Ryan?
I'm doing great. Looking forward to another great race here. Second race of the season here at Texas Motor Speedway for the Duck Commander 500. 140 laps here at Texas Motor Speedway.
Gonna be a good one, Ryan.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. Texas always puts on a great show. Great multi-groove racing here. We got 15 cars lined up. Qualifying just got wrapped with, and they're going to be gridding out there in about 5 minutes.
That's a good deal. We coming in there just in time there. I'm gonna let me hang on a minute. Hey there, May. Brandon. Oh yeah, we're gonna have a good one tonight, Pat. Ryan, what are you expecting to see tonight, buddy?
Well, we just got through qualifying. I'm expecting a great show. We got a lot of returning faces from last week. Multi-groove racing is what's expected here at Texas. This top middle groove, they really run well, and probably going to see some really great battling out there. They're really on top of each other when it comes to qualifying times. The whole field's within 2/10 of each other, basically, the whole top 10 at least. It's really close. I'll run through the top 10 starters here right now. Brandon Ketchum, who finished 4th last week at Daytona, he is on the pole here tonight, ran a 28.718, and on the outside pole is Dylan Mirando, who also ran well last week, finished 9th at Daytona. Then it's Doug Blackman in 3rd. Michael Thwaites is 4th. New face into this season, Andrew Mraz in the 16 machine. He is starting 5th. 6th is Aaron Mercer. 7th is another new face in the 71 is Jason Edmonston. Then next is the Jordan Gold machine. He starts 8th. Instead of the 7 car, he's in the 24 car, as he will be for the rest of the season. He starts 8th. Jerry Glenn is 9th. And in 10th is Justin Walters. He is in the number 46 car. He starts 10th. Then we got the rest of the field here. 15 cars is Don Kidder in the 03 is 11th. Donnie Lee in the 88 is 12th. Eric Driggins in the 42 is 13th. Scott Brooks in the 94 is 14th. And Adam Novak in the 44 car starts 15th. We also have Dakota Craig, and he is 16th. He had no qualifying time. Not sure if we'll see him hit the grid or not. It's going to be last second if we find out if he's going to be running. But right now we got 15 cars that made qualifying times. It's going to be a good show.
It will. All right, we're getting ready. Qualifying's still going, ain't it?
Yeah, we got about 3 more minutes till they start the gridding process. And we'll have cars rolling out. You'll be able to see them good-looking paint schemes out there.
Oh, yeah.
And this is the race, really the first real race of the season, I say, because those restrictor plate races are usually kind of a bit of a mess. You never know who's going to come out on top. Could be anybody's race. And this week is the first week we're really going to see who's got the talent, who's got the strength to stay up front. Brandon Ketchum put out a really fast lap time, and let's see if he's not just a hot lapper like Ryan Newman. Let's see if he can leave it out front and see if he's got the skill to keep it out front in these 1.5 miles, because 1.5 miles take up most of the season. We're going to Charlotte next week, so 1.5 miles and short tracks are the main part of the season. And if Ketchum's got speed on the 1.5 miles, it's pretty important to have speed in those 1.5 miles.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, this race will certainly separate the men from the boys here for this season. We'll see who's really got some speed. And the big developing story here, too, is top 2 finishers from last week at Daytona, Christopher Parkman and Tommy Amassi. They are, at the moment, not showing up for this race, and I think it's really too late. Looks like they are going to be no-shows here. You get drop weeks over the course of the season, so this is going to be one of them for both of those drivers. They finished first and second at Daytona. They were really strong.
I think it's 2 of them. I think 2 weeks.
Yeah, you get 2 drop weeks, and that's one for both of them already. And it's early in the season. You don't want to waste those on missed races. You want to use them on bad races.
That's for sure. We're a few minutes away from start here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, we're less than a minute from gridding. Should be a great show, though, that's for sure.
Qualifying will be over in 40 seconds. Qualifying is over in 2 seconds.
Yeah, cars are just now hitting the grid. 2 minutes to grid. 1 pace lap. We'll be going green. 140 laps. It's the late afternoon time frame here, so the cars are got a lot more grip. They're a lot faster than they would be if it was the sunny afternoon temperatures. So cooler track temp, faster lap time. So these guys are certainly not using the brakes in qualifying, that's for sure. But over a long run, we'll have to see how long fuel holds up in the first to see how long we really get to see how tire wear goes through. Because they only run 50% fuel, which is, what, 9.2 gallons or something like that, because a full tank's 18.5. So we'll have to see how long full tank of gas, or a half a tank of gas can last to see if we can actually witness tire wear on these cars.
That's right. Alright, we got 41 and 27.
Yeah, that's the front row. That's Ketchum on the bottom and Mirando on the top. Some real good looking paint schemes out there too.
Yeah. Well, you know what to do, brother. I'm gonna be busy on the cameras and everything.
Oh yeah. Sounds good. We've got the whole field on the grid right now. All 15 of them. Pace car getting ready to roll here any second. Just got to play the waiting game right now.
Yep, gotta wait on NASCAR now, or iRacing.
Yeah. Lots of good looking paint schemes out there though. That's for sure.
Oh, there's some pretty paint schemes out there tonight. Here we go.
Yep, cars are rolling. Looks like everyone's rolling off the grid just fine. Couple nice burnouts getting rolling. But it's going to be the 41 of Brandon Ketchum who's going to control the very initial start of this race. 140 laps. Nice long race here for these K&N cars.
That's a good track for these cars too there, Ryan.
Yeah, it's a real nice one. These cars are real fun to drive on the 1.5 miles, that's for sure. The tire wear and all that when it comes into effect, especially when you're running the official series, the national series there on iRacing. That's a lot of fun. They got some of these 1.5 miles thrown into their schedule, and they're longer races, and they're fun to play the tires long run game and tire strategy. See if we see some green flag pit stops here in this race would make things interesting.
Oh yeah.
Not a ton of cars, so good chance at long strung out green flags run, but then again, good chance at some caution. These are more inexperienced drivers than not. So here we come. Pace car has just dropped in, and we are already green. Brandon Ketchum with a great jump. We are green here. 140 laps at Texas. The Duck Commander 500 is green. Ketchum gets a great jump, and Blackman and Mirando are side by side for the lead into 1 and 2. And Blackman's got a good run through 1 and 2. That bottom line really strong on the restarts and the start of this race here too. Blackman's got second, Mirando third, Thwaites fourth, and Mraz is fifth down into 3 and 4. It's Ketchum driving away from the field. Blackman cleared a second. Mirando and Thwaites are side by side for third. And the whole field's going to make it through lap 1. And it is Brandon Ketchum on just that first lap pulling a big lead on the field here. He's got about 7/10 of a second lead. We see guys all over the track, in the middle, on the top, on the bottom. You see the 25 tried running the top. The 12 car got to his inside, though. Blackman and Thwaites and Mirando are putting on a great show right now. And there's Mraz there, too. All of them under a blanket. Second, third, fourth, fifth place out of 4. Side by side for second is Mirando and Blackman. Blackman trying to clear for second there on the outside, but Thwaites on the inside. Looks like he's going to have him there through 1 and 2. And on the exit of 2, he is clear down the back straightaway. It is Michael Thwaites, Blackman, and then Mirando on the inside of Mraz. Great battle in there, but that's exactly what Brandon Ketchum wants to see in his mirror, because he's just driving away as they're all battling side by side.
Yeah, it looks good to him.
Yeah, it's exactly what we want to see as the leaders. Everybody battling behind you, because that means they're just slowing themselves down. As there's the 27 of Mirando there on the inside of Mraz. He's going to clear him, but Mraz going to try the crossover. Mirando's not going to let that happen. He blocks. Look at that 12 car running the middle line. He's going to give that inside line to Thwaites on the bottom. Or Blackman on the bottom, rather. Thwaites on the top. There's Blackman blocking that inside. That 27 car right there, too. He's looking to make it 3 wide into turn 3. He's not going to make that work. He backs out of it. Smart. It's early. We don't want to make any mistakes that take out a bunch of cars. You only get 1 quick repair here. But a great battle there for second. We got a car in the back of the field. Slow off the pace is the 88 of Donnie Lee. He just backed off and let some cars by. He's just taking it nice and easy early in this race. But this battle for second is really heating up there. Doug Blackman has got Mirando pushing him through 1 and 2. He gets around that 12. Thing you don't want to do, though, especially when you're tucked in behind a car, getting that aero push, is you're really burning up these tires. And these guys that seem to be pushing really hard, battling for that second spot. You really don't want to be doing that. Being in the dirty air and pushing as hard as they are, that could really easily kill those tires.
Yeah, the 27 there, he's pushing him real hard, ain't he?
Yeah, he is. We got one guy just kissed the wall up there, 1 and 2 rather. That's the 71 of Edmonston. He just kissed the wall through 1 and 2. He's got right front and right rear damage there. Still chugging along though, just a kiss of the wall there. It's all it takes to do quite a bit of damage. See if that affects him. He lost 2 spots in that 1 lap though. Got a good battle for second though still going on. The 25 of Blackman and the 27 of Mirando have broken free from the rest of the field, and they're side by side for second. While 4th place is Michael Thwaites there in the 12, and 5th is Jerry Glenn in the really good-looking Sealmaster number 15 car. That's a good-looking paint scheme, I think.
That is a pretty car.
Yeah, him and Ketchum there, your leader, I think have the 2 nicest paint schemes, but Mirando just hit the fence out of turn 2, and he's going to lose a ton of time because of that. He just got cleared by Blackman, and now he's got Thwaites on his outside through 3 and 4. 27 car got the fence out of 2. He's got damage to that right side of that car.
25 passed him. Doug Blackman passed him up on the inside, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. It really helped him when that 27 hit the wall. It was over for him. That 25 drove right away, and now the 27's got pressure from the 12 of Thwaites and the 15 of Glenn as they come out of 2.
puts Dylan Miranda back in third now. He's looking to lose that one.
Yeah, he's looking to fall back to fourth, maybe even fifth. He's got two guys right in his mirror there, the 15 and the 20 and the 12. And the 12 just passed the 27 easily through 3 and 4. You see the 12 is slow down the straightaways. Obviously, that damage is hurting his performance of his car as the 15's looking to pass him on the top through 1 and 2. Maybe do the crossover here. 27 blocked him out of 2. 15 had to check up and he lost that run he had, but he's still trying on that top side. See if he can make the pass.
Yeah,
and we got one wrecking on the back straightaway. Adam Novak's around out of 2. He was in the very back of the field. He's not going to cause a caution, but he's destroyed that car on the back straightaway, the 44. That's Adam Novak. Looks like I think he got the wall and spun and destroyed the inside wall out of turn 2. He's driving away.
He just hit that wall. He lost it.
Yeah, no caution. He was out of the way. He was in the back of the field. No caution. Good call to keep this race green. He's going to come in and he's going to have to use that one and only fast repair you get, unfortunately. It's going to be the only chance he's got at a reset here. Get a nice fresh race car.
Yep.
But he's going to go at least 1, maybe 2 laps down before he's said and done out of the pits. And then looking at this battle for third, though, it's the 27. Miranda is trying to get that spot back from the 12 of Thwaites, and with all that damage, I'm surprised he can even hold on to those guys.
I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't mean to let that music go on so long. Okay, well, who's up front now?
Brandon Ketchum is still leading the field pretty easily. Doug Blackman, though, he's gaining on him. Ketchum has lost some ground. Blackman reeling him in a little bit, down to 1.2 second gap from Ketchum to Blackman. And then third, fourth, and fifth under a blanket waits Miranda and Glenn. And then a mess of cars basically from sixth on back. Mercer, Walters, Mraz, Edmondson, Driggins, Don Kidder, all there really racing hard. Man, they're putting on a great show there, that's for sure. Oh, we got one car in the grass is Miranda. Dylan Mirando's in the infield. He just cut through the infield grass into the pits. I don't know what happened there. Gonna have to get a replay on that, but Miranda just went through the infield. Michael Thwaites and Jerry Glenn is still going. I'm gonna have to look at a replay there. Mirando's gonna have a black flag too because he unsafe pit entrance. He went through the infield grass and into the pits there.
He hits a wall, Ryan, and then comes through the grass.
He was on the outside of the 15 of Jerry Glenn. Hit the wall, lost control, cut through the infield, and went down into that pit lane. That's going to be a black flag. That's going to really hurt him. He's got some issues. He's coming down the pits right now. He's got some bad right side damage along with, he must have a black flag for unsafe pit entry and maybe even speeding. I don't know how fast he was going, but that really hurts him there. Only on lap 15, and he's already made a big mistake. And not sure if he's going to take his fast repair, but he is a lap down now and looking at losing more than just that lap early in this race.
I seen him when he hit the wall on the replay. He hit the wall, then come down into the grass.
Yeah, he's in the pits right now. He got his fast repair. He's taking 4 tires and fuel. Because I'm sure at one point, if we stay green, these guys are all going to need to make a green flag pit stop anyway. So
Doug Blackman in second, right?
Yeah, he's gained 0.2 of a second. It was 1.2 seconds. Now it's about a second flat. He's reeling in the leader, though, Brandon Ketchum. Blackman might have saved his stuff a little better than Ketchum did when Ketchum was driving away. Ketchum, you can see him. He's running a higher line. He's running that middle line through 1 and 2 that time by, and Blackman is reeling him in fast. Could see ourselves a battle for the lead soon.
And Michael Thwaites back there, he's got a little battle going right there, too.
Yeah, Thwaites and Glenn there in the battle for third. That was a 3-car battle until we lost Miranda when he crashed. Right now it's just 2 cars that are nose to tail there for third. And then what's now 4th, 5th, and 6th, they're all under a blanket. Oh, that's 5th, 6th, and 7th, rather. 71, the 22, and the 46 machines are all right there under a blanket for 5th, 6th, and 7th.
Yeah, Jerry Glenn, he's in 4th.
We got trouble for someone. That's the 16. Andrew Mraz is up in smoke coming down. He's got heavy damage to that car. It looks like another single car accident for Mraz in the 16. He's up in smoke on his way down the back straightaway with heavy damage.
We're going to read. Oh, he lost it.
He lost it on his own. It looks like he got the apron there in 3 and 4. Car walked up the track on him, and he overcorrected and plowed down the fence out of turn 4. No caution, but extreme damage. He's in the pits right now. He's going to need to get that fixed. That's another fast repair. That's his first and only fast repair. He's going to have to use it early in this race.
That's right.
But the battle looks to be on here soon for the lead. That is Blackman reeling in Ketchum right there, down to less than half a second there. Blackman has reeled in Ketchum. Looks like we're about to see ourselves a good show. Man, Ketchum almost tore down the fence there out of 4, had to back way out of the gas, and here comes Blackman out of nowhere, out of a cannon into turn 1. He's right on his tail. Nose to tail through 1 and 2. Blackman is right behind Ketchum.
Yes, he is. He caught him.
Looks like we're going to have ourselves a battle for the lead here soon. Maybe Ketchum has worn those tires off of that car. He's having real troubles, especially out of 4. He loses more time. Again, had to back out of it. Here comes Blackman on the bottom. He's got him there. We're looking at our first lead change of the race here. Blackman through 1 and 2, and he is easily going to clear Ketchum. Ketchum trying with the crossover, though. He's got the run down the back. Ketchum is really pushing, does not want to give up this lead, even though Blackman, I think, is way faster than him. They're side by side through 3 and 4. Ketchum runs that second groove that he has been for a while, which forces Blackman high. Blackman's going to have the run on exit, and Doug Blackman, first lead change of the race. Doug Blackman in that number 25 car, new leader here on lap 24, 117 laps to go. Doug Blackman has taken the lead.
He made it look easy, didn't he, Ryan?
He did, and we got a car in the pits, actually, is the 15 of Jerry Glenn, who is just running up toward the front of the field. I think he's had himself some contact with the wall, maybe? I'm not sure. Maybe this is a scheduled stop. This might be a scheduled stop or not. He's got damage to the right side, but I think he's actually had that for a while. But Blackman now clear of Chimp for the lead. Thwaites is third, running up against the wall. Here comes the 15 of Jerry Glenn out of the pits.
Yeah, he was
Not
coming
sure
out.
if that was a planned stop or not. We're gonna have to see what the leaders do here. They're the ones that we're really gonna keep an eye on to see what the pit strategy is. But Blackman and Ketchum, no still here. They're keeping a pretty stable gap between each other, about 2/10 of a second, nose to tail, but I don't think Ketchum's really got the speed to even make a run on that 25 car. Maybe I spoke too soon. I don't know. Ketchum is staying right there. He's close to that 25. That 25 gained over a second and a half on him over that course of just about 10-15 laps, but Ketchum is holding in there right behind Blackman.
He fell back a little bit.
Looking closely, Michael Thwaites is running third. Fourth is Justin Walters, and fifth is Jason Edmiston. And right now we got Jerry Glenn is 1 lap down. He's in the lucky dog position, running 12th. And then we got 3 guys 2 laps down. That's Adam Novak, Dylan Mirando, and Andrew Mraz are all 2 laps down. That's 13th through 15th.
Michael Thwaites has got 3rd place, and Justin Walters is in 4th.
Yeah, the lap car Adam Novak right there is in between the 3rd and 4th place cars. He's in a 44. Saw him have an accident earlier in the race.
And Jason Edmonton is in 5th. That's top 5.
And as we speak, Doug Blackman has begun to pull away from Brandon Ketchum, now over half a second lead between the two. Fastest car on track right now, though, is Jerry Glenn. He's gaining a ton of time with those fresh tires. And as you see in real life, when a guy comes into the pits early, usually those fresh tires cause him to gain a ton of time, and it's a disadvantage to the guys that stay out. But I'm really not sure how long guys can last on gas, so we're going to have to see how this strategy pans out. If we stay green for a while, that could pay off. And as we speak, here comes Doug Blackman into the pits for a scheduled green flag stop. Doug Blackman is in, and looks like Aaron Mercer is also in the 22 car. This has to be scheduled pit stops. We got more guys coming in. Behind him is Michael Thwaites, who was running third. He's in the pits. So it looks like these guys can last about 30 laps on a tank of gas because they are all in the pits. See, Mercer's coming out. He's way behind the leaders, but Thwaites and Blackman are nose to tail in the pits. It looks like more cars behind them. We got Driggins, Donnie Lee, Scott Brooks, Jordan Goal. Here comes your leader, Brandon Ketchum, in. And so does Justin Walters, who's coming into the pits. And he's going to crash on pit entry. He was flying coming down the pits. He spins. Another car in the grass, Jason Edmiston, also in the grass. Looks like a lot of issues with the guys coming into the pits. And Edmiston completely missed the pits. I don't know if that's going to be a black flag or not. See, Justin Walters made it in. He was flying, got on the brakes really hard, which caused him to spin out on pit entry. No damage really to the car. He might have kissed that inside wall, if anything, but I think he's all right. See, Doug Blackman got out all right. Michael Thwaites, Donnie Lee, Driggins are all getting out of the pits right now. Interesting stuff there during the pit stops. Brandon Ketchum's on his way out, and look at that. Doug Blackman's going to pass him. So Doug Blackman looks like he's going to gain a ton of time there. We're going to compare him to where he was only half a second ahead of Ketchum when he came into the pits, and he's got a ton of time now in between him and second place Ketchum. And Ketchum's got Michael Thwaites here closing in on him for second as they all file out of green flag stops.
Boy, it don't take much when you go in that pit under the green.
No, it does not take much. All it takes is about a second. A second is a lot of time on track compared to not a lot of time on the pits. And 1 second is all it takes to really cause you to pull away. Doug Blackman now has a 2.2 second lead on Ketchum. But as I said, Jerry Glenn is actually the leader right now because he came in about 5 to 10 laps earlier than the rest of the field. So he was on those fresh tires for quite a while, and those fresh tires really paid off. He was so much faster than the leaders. He actually has a 2.3 second lead, and then it's about another 2.3 seconds back until Ketchum from Blackman. So Jerry Glenn is actually the leader right now, who pulled an interesting pit strategy, which will really pay off only if he gets a caution at one of these time zones. If this goes the rest of the way all green, which I do not expect it to go green the whole way, but it might, you never know. If it does go green the whole way, that could really hurt him because he might have to make an extra pit stop, Jerry Glenn does, because he came in so early.
You know, every second in the pit is 300 feet on the speedway.
Yeah, it's quite a bit that he lost for that longer pit stop there. Not exactly sure what exactly gained him all that time or lost Ketchum all that time, either way. But right now, Doug Blackman's running about 2/10 faster a lap than Jerry Glenn because now Jerry Glenn's the one on the oldest tires on the tracks. He's on 12-lap old tires compared to Blackman, and everyone else has 5 or 6-lap old tires. But right now, fast car on the track is Michael Thwaites, who's running fourth, just ran a 29 flat. And he's got at least half a second on the rest of the field.
He's pushing it, ain't he?
Yeah, he is, which might hurt him again in the long run. We don't really know if that will hurt him in the long run or not. But right now, second is Doug Blackman, who is reeling in the leader, Jerry Glenn. And then third and fourth is the real battle here. We got Ketchum and Thwaites right nose to tail. Thwaites is looking to make a move on Ketchum here for third. Here comes Michael Thwaites to the inside for third. He's there on the inside through 1 and 2. On the 4, you want to catch him up the track. Thwaites is going to easily clear him out of turn 2. Michael Thwaites up to third. Pole sitter Brandon Ketchum down to fourth. And fifth is Eric Driggins. Sixth is Don Kidder. And seventh is Aaron Mercer. And that's everybody on the lead lap right now, I think. Or no, Scott Brooks is eighth. He's still on the lead lap. He's side by side with Justin Walters for ninth. And Jordan Goal is 10th. He's the last car on the lead lap. And Dylan Mirando is in the lucky dog position 11th right now. But it's
pulling off lead.
Yes, he is.
know, every track we've been to there, Ryan, there's always one driver's favorite track.
Yeah, everybody's got to have a favorite track, that's for sure. We got mile and a halves and short tracks on the schedule for this season for K&N, and guys that have favorite tracks are generally like short tracks more than most tracks. They're going to favor out. Well, we got Richmond coming out, South Boston, New Hampshire, Gateway, Dover, all on the schedule. All those short tracks, also Bristol's on the schedule. And there's guys that like the mile and a half. The mile and a half guys, they're going to like going to Texas. They're going to like going to Charlotte. And there's other tracks like Michigan, which is a 2-mile track. Guys like that track. Somebody who runs toward the back here at Texas could, on a short track, end up running up front all race long. It really depends on who likes what kind of racetrack, and it could change week to week.
Who that ain't loud there, Pat?
We got Doug Blackman. He's now brought that lead down to a second. He is gaining on Jerry Glenn. And if these guys can only do about 30 laps on a tank of gas, that gives Jerry Glenn about another 15 or so laps until he's going to need to come in again for fuel. Compared to everybody else has at least 20 more laps until they need to come in, as Jerry Glenn that time lost half a second on his lead. As Doug Blackman is reeling him in, we're about to see ourselves a good battle for the lead here.
Yeah, Doug Blackman done caught him.
We just hit the 99 lap to go mark, just under 100 laps to go now. And it's Doug Blackman right there. He's gained quite a bit that time. I think Blackman, once he catches that 15, he's going to blow him out of the water because those tires difference. Blackman's got 14-lap old tires. Jerry Glenn's got 20-lap old tires. And those 6 laps are all it takes, and that's causing Blackman to gain a few tenths every lap, which is quite a bit of time. You see Blackman get a huge run out of 2. He's there on the inside of Jerry Glenn. Side by side down the back straightaway into turn 3. Blackman is there. Blackman is clear. Jerry Glenn's going to try the crossover, and he's not going to get it. Blackman takes the lead. Another lead change. Doug Blackman takes the lead from Jerry Glenn.
All right, Pat, is that better right there? Can you hear me better now?
We've actually got Dylan Mirando here, who just hit the pit lane, along with Adam Novak, who are both cars that were involved in accidents in pit extremely early compared to the rest of the field. They might be running low on gas. This probably a scheduled pit stop for the two of them. They both had issues early in the race, which is a real shame for Mirando, especially because he was running up front. So was Andrew Mraz. They were both really fast cars that had issues and have mired them in the back of the field, and it's really hurting them the fact that there's no caution so far. They've got no way really to make up that track position until we get a caution, and this rate is pretty clean. I don't know. Everyone's filed out. Tight battles going on.
Yeah,
that's a good-looking, clean race right now. There's actually a battle for third. Ketchum has caught back up to Thwaites. I think Thwaites might have burned his stuff up early in that run. Ketchum has maybe saved his stuff a little better than Thwaites has, because Ketchum has got back up to Thwaites there, nose to tail for third. And see Ketchum running that second groove, which we've really seen him do a lot of tonight. And he's running up against the wall, trying to get to the outside of Thwaites. And Thwaites is giving him that top line. Thwaites is really focused on running the bottom line. And Ketchum is trying to gain on him. Ooh, looks like he's going to get him on exit. Thwaites had to check up. Ketchum had a great run from top to bottom, side by side down the back. And Ketchum is going to clear Thwaites on entry, and he's going to wash up. They're both running that second groove. And see Jerry Glenn here. He's making his scheduled pit stop from second position. His tires were really hurting him. He came in early on the last run, and he's forced to do that again this run because he's running out of gas.
Thwaite just hit the wall, too, there.
Did he hit the wall?
Yeah, Ryan, he hit the wall.
Yeah, Thwaites just lost that second spot from Ketchum, and Ketchum is driving away. You're right, Thwaites does have some right side damage to that car.
It didn't wreck him, or I'd have went back and looked at it, but he did hit the wall.
He's still going. He lost quite a bit of time, though. He's lost about, looks like 3/10, make that 5 or 6/10 to the leader just in that one lap. And Jerry Glenn's on his way out of the pits right now. He just made his scheduled 4-tire and fuel pit stop.
Jerry Glenn?
Yeah, Jerry Glenn, who was running second. He made the early stop last time, tried the short pit strategy to get him those fresh tires, and it worked. He gained more track position than he had anyway, but he's going to lose it all, and right now he's a lap down in that lucky dog position, I believe. He may have lost that lucky dog position there.
Yeah,
but he's got it. Now, he just lost it. Jason Edmonston has it, but he's got those fresh tires. He's going to be the fastest car on the track by quite a bit. And we've also got Andrew Mraz here slow on the apron of the track. He's got heavy damage to the right side of that car. I'm not sure if he just hit the wall or he just made a pit stop, actually. He made his scheduled stop because he had an accident early in the race. That's what the damage is from.
Yeah, Jerry Glenn's back in 11th place now.
Yes, he is, but once the rest of the field makes their scheduled green flag pit stops, he's going to be right back up there in the front of the field. I wouldn't be surprised if he's the leader once all the green flag pit stops come through, but the only issue is in this amount of time where he's in the back of the field, if we have a caution now, he's going to be stuck a lap down, and that's really going to hurt him. But when he's in the lead is when he's really hoping for that caution, because then everybody's going to come into the pits for fresh tires, and he'll get all that track position, and he'll be in the lead.
Yeah, he will.
Doug Blackman, though, with a 3.5-second lead over Brandon Ketchum in what is so far a caution-free race. 89 laps to go on lap number 52 right now of 140.
He just
Brandon Ketchum and Thwaites are second and third.
Blackman's pulling off.
Yeah, this time by Blackman's lead goes from a 3.4 to a 3.5 second lead. Gained another tenth of that time by. And Ketchum and Thwaites are second and third. When Thwaites hit the wall, it must have done some pretty good damage to the right side because he's losing quite a bit of time to Ketchum. They were side by side not too long ago, and now it's a 2.5 lead from Ketchum to Thwaites, second and third. And then fourth. Oh, we got a car around on the back straightaway here. Adam Novak had to reset. He was stopped on the inside wall, and he actually reset. Still no caution, though. He was on the inside wall, so no caution. Still green. That's the second time that Novak's had an accident. He's out of fast repairs, and that tow time is really going to hurt him. He's sitting in the pits there getting his tow, and it's going to be a while.
Yeah, it is.
Still no caution. Every wreck we've had so far has been either too far in the back or they've spun down into the grass or in the inside wall where it's out of the way, so we have not had a caution yet.
Doug Blackman working the lap car.
Yeah, he's got 3.5 second lead, and he is putting Scott Brooks 1 lap down, which puts Scott Brooks in the lucky dog position. He also just put Jordan Goal a lap down, who's running in 9th, so make that 7 lead lap cars. Justin Walters is the last of the lead lap cars.
The 94 just hit the wall of Scott Brooks. It didn't wreck him. He hit the wall, though.
Yeah, he did. He's right there behind the 88 machine. He just got lapped by Doug Blackman.
Yep.
And we should be coming close here to green flag pit stops. Doug Blackman is 27 laps in on his run. And if they can do about 30 laps, we should be just laps away, if that, from green flag pit stops here. Because I don't see anybody dropping in of the leaders yet. Blackman's still leading, and you can see him longer into this run. They go from running the bottom line, which is the faster line on the short run, and in qualifying and whatnot, but they're running a higher line. You can see Blackman, tends to be running at least one lane, if not more than that, off the bottom of the track every single lap.
Yeah, he's running where he wants it.
Yeah.
He's running good right there where he's at.
15 car, Jerry Glenn just tore down the wall out of turn number 4, went through the grass on the infield, and he's a guy that we've been looking at who is going to be out front with those fresher tires after pit stops, but he just hit that wall hard and lost a lot of time out of turn 4.
Yeah, he's still holding it.
Yeah, he's still going. He didn't wreck, but he went through the grass just a little bit. He's held on to it. He's all right, but he lost a lot of time, and all that takes is a little bit of time to ruin the advantage of pitting early. And also the 44 car of Adam Novak is back on the track after spinning out of turn 2.
Adam still got a little bit of damage to his car.
Yeah, he does have some damage to the nose of that car. We got the 22 car on pit road right now. That's Aaron Mercer here. He was running up almost in the top 5. He was on the lead lap. He's the first of the lead lap cars to hit the pits. We got someone in behind him there. It's the leader. Doug Blackman is in the pit lane.
Doug Blackman's coming in.
And so does third place Michael Thwaites. The 24 a goal, who's running 11th, is in. And new leader Brandon Ketchum yet to come into the pits. Oh, the 25 of Blackman didn't hit his box straight. He stopped behind it. He had to pull up quite a bit. He's really struggling to get that box. That could have cost him a lot of time. And Thwaites just pulled in right behind him. And here comes Eric Driggins into the pits. 25 of Blackman had a good stop, but he did a poor job getting into his box. That could have costed him a little bit of time on second place. But as he comes up and out of the pits, see the 42 car come out, or the 24 rather, Jordan Goal is out. 12 of Thwaites is out. Eric Driggins is pulling out.
That puts Brian Ketchum coming in now. He done spun and hit the wall.
He's spinning it. He spun it. He's in the wall on pit entry. That's the second person, maybe the person we've seen tonight, do that. Got some left front damage. He got the wall there on pit entry. He locks him up. He's to get as much as he can on pit entry, and he locked him up and spun out.
Let's see the replay here.
That's going to hurt him a ton. He was trying to reel in the 25 car there for the lead. As now we see Justin Walters coming in. He was running second at that moment.
That hurt Brandon that time.
Yeah, that did. Got more guys coming in. Here's the 88 of Donnie Lee, the 71 of Edmonston.
That put Jerry Glenn back in the lead.
Yeah, Jerry Glenn is scored as the leader, but he lost a lot of time when he tore down the wall there. He's got a big lead right now, but that damage, and now he's got old tires compared to everybody instead of fresh tires compared to everybody. He's going to get reeled in here soon by the 25 car of Doug Blackman.
He's far off, is he?
He's got a 5-second lead right now on Blackman. And then we're going to see how much time exactly Ketchum lost. He was running in second. And now he's in fourth, 16 seconds behind the leader, which he lost a ton of time. He's about 11 seconds behind second place Doug Blackman. Michael Thwaites is now the third place car, second to Doug Blackman. And then it's Don Kidder running fifth. And sixth, right behind him, is Aaron Mercer. And then it's Eric Driggins. And in the lucky dog spot right now is Justin Walters, who's running eighth.
I'll tell you, green flag pit stops will separate them, buddy.
Yeah, they do spread out the field quite a bit, and the fact that we've been green for all 65 laps of this race, we're closing in on halfway right now. Still without a caution, has really strung out the field and brought it down to only 7 lead lap guys on track right now. It's really changing the outlook of how this race may go. If we stay green the whole way, it's going to be real interesting how pit strategy is going to pay off. It's really Jerry Glenn versus the field, because Jerry Glenn's the only guy that took a risk at strategy, and he did the short pit. And depending on how this race shakes out, we're going to have to see if that pays off or not, because he's leading right now, but he's already lost 3.8 seconds to the leader in a short amount of time, or to second in a short amount of time. Here comes Blackman. He's right there. Blackman's gained 1.2 seconds already this lap. He's going to go down, and he's going to do what he did last time all over again. Blackman blows Jerry Glenn out of the water, who is on the older tires, and Doug Blackman is the new leader here down the front straightaway.
Man, he took it in 5 seconds. It didn't take long for him to get up there, did it?
Yeah, he gained 5 seconds in about 2.5, 3 laps there. That's all it takes when you can see how big a difference tires makes.
Yeah, Jerry was running low. He was wearing them tires out. What he was doing.
Yeah, there's about a full second time difference. Actually, it's close to 2 seconds in lap time difference between the 15 and the 25 there. 25, almost 2 seconds faster a lap than the 15 just because of the tire difference. Jerry Glenn's on 21 lap old tires. Doug Blackman is on 9 lap old tires. So that means, again, Jerry Glenn's going to have to pit in about 10 laps too, while everyone else has got about 20, 25 laps left on their tires and fuel.
That Doug, he getting out pretty good lead now.
Oh yeah, he's going to blow away from Jerry Glenn. Basically, you can think of second place as being Michael Thwaites in that 12 car. He's the next guy in line with the fresh tires right now on that normal pit strategy.
He's coming fast too there, Ryan.
Oh yeah, Michael is going to be right on Jerry Glenn's tail in probably 3 or 4 laps, even though it's a almost 5-second gap. That's all it's going to take for him to get there because of the tire difference.
Yeah, he ain't letting up on it neither.
Right behind Thwaites, though, is Brandon Ketchum, who had the issues on pit entry. He didn't use his fast repair. He's still out there with a little bit of nose damage, but not much. But he is right there behind that 12 car. They could start battling for 3rd position right there in what is about to become 2nd position, actually.
Oh, he's reeling him in.
Yeah, it's not going to be long until the 3rd and 4th place cars become the 2nd and 3rd place cars, Thwaites and Ketchum. But really, those 4 cars that are running in the top 4 have been the 4 guys up front all night, except for some guys that have had issues like Dylan Miranda, who was running up front early. He fell back fast after the issues. Same with Andrew Mraz, had an accident early in the race that caused him to get stuck in the back of the field.
Yeah, Brandon had to get around a lap down car there, 24. Yeah, he got him.
Yeah, he just got through Jordan Gold there. Running 10th right now. 1 lap down. He's the 2nd car a lap down behind Scott Brooks. Right now the fastest car on the track is the, we're going to call it the 22. Aaron Mercer is the fastest car on track, and that is because he has got the freshest tires on track, really. Mercer and Ketchum are the 2 fastest cars on track, because Ketchum, as look at that, just like I said, it's only going to take 2 laps. 15 cars on his way in the pits. He has hit his time. He needs to pit. He's 25 lap old tires and 25 laps on this run. He's in the pits from 2nd, and that means, and now look at Thwaites and Ketchum, though, battling there for 2nd. They are nose to tail, passing that 16 of Andrew Mraz there. They're passing him, putting him another lap down. But Thwaites and Ketchum are now nose to tail for 2nd. Ketchum's the one that's been running 2nd all race, but that issue on pit entry costed him a ton of time, and he's had to work back to Thwaites, and he's going to get him. And Ketchum really flying there out of turn 4. He just cleared Thwaites there out of 4, and that was a real power move there. I don't know if Thwaites is just saving tires or Ketchum found some speed somewhere, because he just flew by that 12 car, and they've got the same set of tires on. Ketchum's got 2 lap fresher tires, but still, that's quite a bit faster than Thwaites is.
I thought he hit him there for a second.
Yeah, he flew right by him. Didn't even need to touch him. He just blew him out of the water there. As we just hit, and we just got past halfway. We got 65 laps, or 66 laps to go on lap 75 of 140. And what's shaping up to be a quick, clean, green race, as Dylan Miranda also came in the pits. He's on his way out. He's also on a short pit strategy because of the early accident he was involved in.
Yep, Doug Blackman's still the leader.
He is. He's got a huge lead, too. 11-second lead Doug Blackman has on 2nd place. Brandon Ketchum. That's nearly half a lap he's got on him.
Brandon had to battle that lap down car, put him down a little bit, and Thwaites, Michael Thwaites.
It's been a real strong showing ever since Doug Blackman has taken the lead. He hasn't looked back. He's taken the lead. He hasn't making a mistake all night, knock on wood, of course. Don't want to be jinxing anybody here, but Blackman's been really dominating tonight.
Yes, he has. After that next pit stop, you'll see a little difference in it, though.
Yeah, we could certainly see things shake up. 10-second lead for Blackman, now 11.5-second lead for Blackman. We got about 10 to 15 laps, maybe more, maybe less than that, until our next pit stop. We're 19 laps through this set of tires here.
Yeah, and if it goes green all the way to the pit stop, that's when they're going to bunch up. I mean, if it has a caution, they'll bunch up, but if it don't, they'll scatter out.
Yeah, if we have a caution, it'll flip this whole race on its head. God knows what'll happen with pit strategy goes out the window. You got to make a whole new strategy, stay out 2 tires, 4 tires. It really changes the whole complexion of a race, a caution does. And the way we're running right now, it's looking like we got a chance at a green flag race. But then again, we just passed halfway, and we've seen our fair share of accidents. We've only been lucky the fact that we haven't gotten a caution for any of them.
Yeah, Doug Blackman's still out there, but is he really in them in?
It's about even right now. He's been, Ketchum and Blackman have been about 11.5 seconds apart from each other since Ketchum has passed Thwaites. The gap has not changed a bit. They're running almost identical lap times. If anyone's faster, it's Blackman, but not by much.
Heard that.
If we got these two guys bunched back together again, if there was a caution or something like that, we'd see ourselves a great show in the battle for the lead. I think when Ketchum spun there entering the pits, that costed him those 11.9 seconds that he has behind Blackman right now. If he didn't do that, I think he'd be right there on top of him. We'd be seeing a great battle for the lead.
Are you talking about Michael Thwaites would get up there in it too if they had a caution?
Thwaites is right there too. If we all had the same tires and everything, no doubt at least 3 cars. Aaron Mercer, we know he's fast. We know Mirando's fast, but he's stuck 2 laps down right now. It's going to be tough to bounce back. These guys that are a lap down are going to be a challenge. They're going to need at least 2 or 3 cautions to get back on the lead lap without any issues and be back in the game.
That 25 is a nice looking car.
Yeah, it is a real nice looking car, and it looks especially nice to Doug Blackman when it's out in the front of the field, that's for sure.
Oh yeah. What do you say we go to the blimp? Is everybody like a blimp?
Oh, the blimpy cam?
There's the blimpy cam, ladies and gentlemen. You can see how close they are to one another, how far away they are.
You can see right here as Blackman is putting the 42, Eric Driggins, a lap down. He's trying to lap Driggins, who's running 6th, but Driggins is putting up a fight. Of course, he's got every right in the book to put up a fight to hold off that 25 of Blackman, because he doesn't want to go a lap down.
No,
he
he
wants to stay on
don't.
that lead lap, because if we get a caution, that could be the difference being on the lead lap or not, and he wants to be there. Then right behind him, we got Justin Walters, who just went a lap down. Oh, man, the 42 got real tight there on exit. And that's going to make this an interesting battle for the lucky dog spot between 6th and 7th. That's Justin Walters and Eric Driggins. They're battling for 6th. That's an important position if we do get a caution, because now that's the lucky dog.
Boy, he's just in front of him, too, ain't
he? Yeah, it's close between these two guys. They're both fast. Been watching that 46 and Justin Walters. He's been quick all day. You see the 42 got tight there in 1 and 2. He hit the bumps. He bumped up the track. Car turned right on him there, and 46 of Justin Walters drove by the 42 of Eric Driggins, and he's in the lucky dog spot now. And last guy in the lead lap right now is Aaron Mercer in that 22 car. And then the 03 of Don Kidder, the 12 of Michael Thwaites, 41 of Brandon Ketchum, and 25 of Doug Blackman, the only lead lap cars right now, down to 5 lead lap cars on the field right now. That's what happens when you get a long green flag run like this.
Yeah, and when they have if they have a green flag pit stop, they get further away.
Yeah, it changes everything if we have another green flag pit stops. Unless, of course, Doug Blackman has an issue, then that could really help a lot of guys that are toward the back. Got the 44 car here. Adam Novak's been having a rough night. He's had two separate. Oh, we got a caution on the track.
Oh, that's what he didn't want.
Fifth place, Aaron Mercer has wrecked on the front straightaway. He was fifth, the last lead lap car. And Justin Walters, like I was saying, if we get a caution, that pass he made there on Driggins made the difference. He's going to be the lucky dog, Justin Walters is. Aaron Mercer, though, crashes out of turn 4 from the 5th position, and that brings out the first caution, and it only took 86 laps.
Well, on the replay here, he just lost it, looks like.
Yeah, he didn't even get a piece of the apron, which we have seen happen before as cars get the apron. He just overdrove the corner, smashed the wall out of 4, tried his hardest to save it, but he drove hard into that outside wall. And that's all she wrote right there. That 22 car is hurt. Not sure if he has a fast repair left or not, if he's still going to be able to hold on in this race. Pits are open, I believe, and yeah, we got the leaders coming into the pits. Here's the 25, the 41, the 12, and the 03. All 4 of what's left of the lead lap cars is in. I'm going to see who comes out first here. Blackman is in, Ketchum is in, Thwaites is in, and then Don Kidder is in right now in 4th. They're all in their stalls. See who comes out first. It's going to be 4 tires for Blackman. He's going to be the leader on exit. Ketchum is 2nd. Thwaites, looks like he's fixing some damage there. Not sure if he's going to hold on to 3rd. No, it doesn't look like it.
Don Kidder's going to get him.
Don Kidder's going to take 3rd. Looks like Thwaites is fixing all that right side damage he has without taking a fast repair. So that's your 4 lead lap cars. Then we're going to have to see if the guys that are laps down are going to decide to take the wave around, or are they going to decide to come into the pits, take the fresh tires, and hope for another caution.
That was Thwaites. He took and let him work on his car. He didn't take that quick fix.
No, he didn't. I don't know if he's already used it yet or what, because he decided not to use it, and he decided to repair the car without the quick repair.
Here comes right now, the rest of the field.
Looking at what's going on for the rest of the field coming in, got a few guys staying out from the lap cars. They're going to decide to take the wave around, but a lot of lap cars are down in pit lane right now that are going to decide to not take the wave by, and they're going to just keep themselves however many laps down they are, and they're going to take those all-important tires. The risk of taking the wave by is if you take the wave around, you're going to lose a ton of time because you're on older tires. But if you get a quick caution, then you're going to be back on the lead lap, and you're going to be able to come in and take tires and be right back there with the leaders. So it's really a risk. And Novak, Mraz, and Mirando have all come into the pits fairly recently, so they're going to stay out and get their laps back and not really lose too much time on older tires because they pit right before the caution came out.
Yeah, if you don't take that wave around, you go into the pit, you lose your lap.
Right.
That looks like the pit road is not busy now. Go back out here.
A couple of the lap cars, that's the 15 of Glenn and the 22 of Mercer, who was the cause of the most recent caution. They're getting all the damage that they can get fixed here under this caution before the pace car puts him a lap down. Looks like Mercer's stuck in the pits there. I don't know if he's got required repairs or what, because he's still in. He's going to go another lap down here. That's really going to hurt him. But we just took the 1 to green, and now only 5 lead lap cars here because Justin Walters got the lucky dog. And it puts 5 cars on the lead lap. A couple guys took the wave around, a couple guys did not.
Don Kidder's closing in on him there, too.
Yeah, he's running in 3rd right now.
Well, he had to fall back for some reason.
Yeah, I'm not sure why. I don't know if that's just him or doesn't look like it. I think we've got some issues going on here. I think we got black flags for Don Kidder and Doug Blackman. They're both in the back of the field right now. It looks like they got a black flag for some reason. They're both at the tail end of the longest line.
Yeah, Don Kidder was up there in 3rd a while ago.
Yeah, Kidder and Blackman must have both got black flags because they're at the tail end of the longest line. So that leaves us Ketchum and Thwaites to put on a battle for the lead. Green flag is back in the air. 50 laps to go from Texas, and Thwaites gets a huge jump on the field. And it's the battle for second there between the 46 of Walters and the 12 of Thwaites. Walters is going to drive around him in 1 and 2. And Ketchum to the lead. Back where he started on pole is Brandon Ketchum back to the front over Justin Walters and Michael Thwaites, who are second and third. Walters is running around fifth all race long, but he finds himself in second here late in the going. That could change things for his destiny here at the end of this race.
Yeah, Don Kidder back and forth. There comes Doug Blackman around Don Kidder.
Yeah, Doug Blackman just took third from Kidder, but they are 2.5 seconds behind Ketchum, the leader, because they had to start behind all the guys that decided to come in. They got to start in front of the wave round cars, but they had to stay behind all the lap cars that decided to come into the pits, and they haven't passed a single one of them yet. They still got a lot of passing to do before they get to the top 3 cars that stayed out. And we got Thwaites here trying to get on the outside of Justin Walters for second.
Boy, he's pushing the issue out there, too.
Yeah, Thwaites just drove around him on the outside. Not sure if he's clear. Yeah, he's clear. Out of turn number 2. Thwaites back to second.
Walters is back at third, and fourth is Doug Blackman.
Yeah, who's way back, 2.7 seconds back, and he's working on passing some lap cars right now, like Scott Brooks, Jason Edmiston, and Donnie Lee. He's got to pass all of them and Eric Driggins before he gets to the top 3.
He just got Scott Brooks is the only one he got so far.
Right, he's got a lot of work to do, and Don Kidder is still behind Scott Brooks. He's still got even more work to do.
Does, sure does. I think we'll see him come back up there, though.
Yeah, he certainly needs to get back up there. I'm not sure what the black flag was for, but certainly really hurt his chances. He's really hoping for another caution, that's for sure, because that's going to make his life a lot easier when it comes to getting back up to the front.
Yeah, you're pretty well leaving him now.
Well, we got to look at the lead right now because it looks like Michael Thwaites has reeled in Brandon Ketchum fast. He's right there on the back bumper of him here. 45 laps to go, and Michael Thwaites sticking his nose in on the bottom of Ketchum. Sticking his nose where there is no hole, trying to get there on the bottom in the middle of the corner. Doesn't get him. He's going to be right on his back bumper, though, coming down the back straightaway. Here he comes into turn 3. Thwaites, he's running that lower line compared to Ketchum, which I think on the fresher tires, the bottom is the way to go, but Ketchum tends to always run a higher line than anybody else.
Yeah, Michael Thwaites is going to wear them tires out if he ain't careful.
Oh, he dives it in there deep. He tried to stick his nose under Ketchum. We almost saw some contact there. That got real close. The 12 stuck his nose in, tried to make a move on Ketchum. And while these two are really deking it out there, Justin Walters in third is right behind him. Don't count him out.
Yeah, Ketchum just slammed the door on Thwaites.
Oh, yeah, he did down the front straightaway. He goes. He's got him clear still, but it's not far enough clear where the 12's going to stick his nose in there again. Oh, he had to back out of it there, or he was going to turn that 41 car. That was awfully close. 3 cars under a blanket, though. The top 3 are all right there.
That's a good race right there.
That's very good racing for only 3 cars being up at the front right now since Blackman and Kidder got mired toward the back because of black flags. See, Blackman is still passing some lap cars, got by the 24 now. Still got a long ways to go. He's losing time to the leaders while trying to pass all these lap cars.
Michael Thwaites is trying his best to get around Brandon Ketchum.
Yeah, he's right there, and he seems to be driving it in really deep compared to Ketchum. Might be wearing those tires out, though. That's the issue. And while he hasn't been making too many dive bombs in the last few laps, that is causing that 46 car to fall back because they're not battling as hard.
Boy, he downed it in there.
There he is. He's got him on the inside this time. Ketchum's going to have the run on exit. They are side by side down the back.
Caution's out.
We have a caution. You're right. Got a crash in turn 1. 44 car, I think, was involved. Everyone's already single filed out. missed what caused that. I believe it was... I'm going to have to look back at the replay here. Oh, it was the 94 and the 88. That's Donnie Lee and Scott Brooks crashed up in turn number 1. Looking at the replay now. Looks like the 94 came down, got the 88 in the right rear. The 88 went up on his lid. Up in turn 1, big crash, brings out another caution here. Shake things up yet again.
Boy, he went right up under him. Did you see that?
Yeah, 94 drives right under that 88, and that's what happens with these cars. They got those narrow noses, the old Gen 5 Cup Series cars, and he drove right under them. Got into the right rear of the 88. They plowed the wall. 88 did a pirouette up on its side, back down on the wheels. 94 drove under him. 88 almost flipped again.
I seen Tony Stewart do that too.
Yeah. But yeah, that wreck did some damage, but leader is Michael Thwaites. He had it. I think he is going to be scored as the leader. Yeah, he had it by about half a car length when the caution came up, but and live here we got the leaders coming down the pit lane. All the lead lap cars, all 5 of them are down the pits. Dropping down, and we're going to have to see who takes the lead here. 41 car was the leader, and that really saves Doug Blackman, because he had a lot of ground he was going to have to make up if there was no caution, but he got that caution he was looking for, and that's going to put him right in the running as long as he doesn't get another black flag.
Tell him. It's going to
Coming
be...
out of the pits, drag race, give it to the 41 of Brandon Ketchum, takes the lead back. Thwaites back to second, Doug Blackman up to third, Kidder up to fourth, Justin Walters falls from third to fifth, and the lucky dog has been awarded to the 42 of Eric Driggins, put him sixth as the last car on the lead lap. We're going to have to see what cars decide to stay out and come in that are a lap down to see who's going to get that wave around back on the lead lap.
Brandon Ketchum's still our leader. He's a leader again. Man, it's turned out to be a good race right here.
Yeah, we got long green flag run at the start, and the end's shaping up to be a thriller here.
Yes,
Got a couple guys staying out, couple guys staying in, about a 50-50 split. But Jordan Goal is going to stay out. That puts him, if he stays out and gets the wave around with 1 to green, it's going to put him as the 7th lead lap car. And Adam Novak stayed out, and Andrew Mraz stayed out. They're all going to get laps back, but the only one that's going to be on the lead lap is Jordan Goal right there in the 24 car.
Oh, the 22 just missed his box.
Yeah, Aaron Mercer there. And the race out of pit road here. Looks like the 94 Scott Brooks is going to be the first car out. Jason Edmiston and then Dylan Mirando are the 3 cars that are only 1 lap down. And Eric Driggins came into the pits there too. He just got the lucky dog, so he'll be in 6th position, but at the tail end of the field behind the lap car. Since he gets the lucky dog, he'll start at the back.
I'll be right back, Ryan.
All right. So we're going to have 7 lead lap cars as we come to the restart here. Some guys are getting damage fixed. The 15 of Jerry Glenn and the 88 of Donnie Lee, who is involved in that accident, just coming out of the pits now. As we take the 1 to green. Jerry Glenn, Dylan Mirando, Jason Edmiston, and Scott Brooks are all a lap down. Scott Brooks right now in the lucky dog free pass position. But that could all change because there's a couple guys that are only 1 lap down that are going to fight for that lucky dog spot if we do get another caution. But back in the race here is that 25 of Doug Blackman. Going to see if he can get himself back to the lead. We know he's probably got the fastest car out there on the track. Him, Ketchum, Thwaites, Kidder, Walters, Driggins going to put on a great show here. That is no doubt in my mind as we're coming to the green flag. So only 36 laps to go, and we go green. If we go green the rest of the way, it's going to be close to see who can make it on fuel or not, because we've seen that it's about 30 laps on gas until you have to pit, and here we go. Green flag is out. Ketchum gets a great jump on the 12 of Thwaites. Blackman is third. And they're going to file out pretty quickly there. Blackman third. He's trying to get there on Thwaites. He's right on his back bumper. Ketchum, though, with a great restart. He's pulling away down the back straightaway. And it's single file through the first 4 or 5 cars into turn 3.
Boy, Brandon got him up there with him, ain't he?
Yeah, Brandon got a great restart. Ketchum has got everybody in his mirror. We got a good battle for 5th here. Eric Driggins on the inside. The lucky dog car of Eric Driggins is trying to pass Don Kidder. We got one sideways. That was the 46 of Justin Walters. Made a great save down the apron. Lost a ton of time, though. In trouble. There goes the 42 in the 03 Kidder and Driggins. Driggins is going to go around in front of the field. Caution is out. He hits the inside wall. Kidder is still sideways. He somehow keeps it off the wall and out of the pits. Caution is out. There's a lot of drama there on the lead lap cars.
I'm going to put the replay. Oh, yeah, they just got together. 42 got together with him.
Yeah, Kidder, I don't know how he was sideways. He barely has any damage to that car. And the 42, on the other hand, got the inside wall pretty hard. Gonna look at the replay myself here. Don Kidder stuck his nose in there. And contact. Kidder sideways, 42 car sideways. Man, the rest of the field, though, did a great job avoiding that. 42 got quite a bit of damage when he hit the inside wall.
He did.
But Don Kidder made an incredible save there, too. That was impressive. And going back live here, looking at pit stops, 25 of Doug Blackman has decided to come down to the pit lane. And Lucky Dog's going to go to that 27 of Dylan Miranda. We saw him start second. He's been fast all night, but having an early accident has caught him in the back of the field. All these cautions may have been the lucky charm he needs to get back to the front and have a chance at maybe pulling off an underdog upset victory here from the back. As we see a lot of cars in the pits right now. Doug Blackman took 4 tires. And looks like Don Kidder fixed a little bit of damage he has. Justin Walters took 4 tires. Eric Driggins took 4 tires and took his fast repair, which good thing he saved it because he really needed it under that caution. Jordan Goal is out. We got now 8 lead lap cars.
So Doug Blackman, he was the first one to go in, wasn't
he? Yeah, he was the first of. He was the highest up car to come in, and he's going to come out in the same position he was anyway, because he was. Every lead lap car behind him also came into the pit, so that worked out well. He's going to have tires that are probably about 3 or 4 green flag laps fresher than everybody else.
Here comes your leaders.
Yeah, these are the. Actually, interesting. Brandon Ketchum has come down the pit lane from the lead. While he came on to the pits a little later than everyone else, because Ketchum and Thwaites are both in the pits now. So here's Ketchum and Thwaites are in the pits, along with lucky dog car Dylan Mirando. See who comes out first of them. Mirando's having trouble getting into his box. He's in it crooked, and that counts. See Ketchum's coming out first. Thwaites comes out second.
That's the same as they did a while ago, ain't it?
Look like your leader right now looks like it's going to be Doug Black in the 25 car.
Yep, he got out.
Doug Blackman came in a lap earlier than everyone else. And Jason Edmondson and Jerry Glenn are going to get their lap back. They're going to get back on the lead lap with the wave around. And Adam Novak's going to get up another lap to 3 laps down. And we got Justin Walters here. He's coming in the pits for tires from 5th. He was one of the lead lap guys. The lead lap cars are kind of pitting scattered all over this caution, which is interesting. Not everybody came in right off the bat. They kind of spread out. There's only 8 lead lap cars, now 10 once you count the 2 wave rounds that are going to start in the back. So you're really not losing much by pitting late because there's only 8 cars that are ahead of you on the lead lap.
Yeah, look at Don Kidder back.
Yeah, Don Kidder's in second right now with how that all shook out with the pit stops. We still got 30 laps to go when we go green. And know what I'm thinking here is this might be a smart call. Because if you can only make 31 laps on gas, and that 46 is Justin Walters, he came in and topped it off. That's what his decision was. They're saving gas. They're going to go green with 30 to go. If we go green the rest of the way, this could be a fuel mileage race to the end.
Oh, man, don't you know that'd be something to watch there?
People running out of gas on the last second. That could really shake things up because Blackman, he came in
early
with Kidder early, and I don't know if they have enough gas to make it because the smart decision that I didn't think was smart at first was the decision of the 46 of Justin Walters. He came in with 1 to green and topped off, and he has the best chance out of anybody to make it to the end on gas. And we're green right here. Doug Blackman gets a great jump on Kidder and Driggins, and they're 1, 2, 3 into turn 1. Driggins on the inside of Kidder. He's got his nose under there. And he's side by side for second right now through 1 and 2. I don't know if Driggins is going to be able to get Kidder. Kidder's going to have the run down the back. Driggins is not clear on Kidder. Kidder is still there on the outside. And there he is. He's clear to second as Driggins. Doug Blackman, though, in the lead.
But I tell you what, Eric Driggins has come up. Where was he at? Where did he start at?
He was a lap down at one point.
Yeah.
Started way in the back in 13, was a lap down at one point, and then got the lucky dog a few cautions back. And I noticed when he was a lap down at one point, he was keeping up with the leaders. I think he's got a fast car that he's just been hiding from us all race because we got 29 laps now, 28 this time by laps to go. He's right there.
Yeah, but he got damage on the back, but it don't seem to be hurting him.
No, it doesn't really. He's got Don Kidder, though, right behind him right now.
Yeah, like you said, I believe he's been hiding out.
And as we say that, he just lost a ton of time those last few corners. Don Kidder's on his inside. Don Kidder is going to take second, maybe this time through 3 and 4. Tight battle there for second. Side by side, dead even there. Across the line, Kidder has second right now. And in fourth, there's Brandon Ketchum. Oh, big crossover there by the 42 car. Driggins on Kidder. And as they're battling, Blackman likes what he's seeing in his mirror, battling hard for driving away. But question is, if we go green, will he have enough gas?
There goes Ketchum around Don Kidder.
4 cars under a blanket. Don Kidder just got a bump from the 24. A Gold gave him some pretty bad rear-end damage. Gold just gave the 03 Kidder a bump there in 3 and 4. We got all these guys under a blanket. As you see the 94 car running up against the wall, he's in the lucky dog position. He's the only car that's only 1 lap down. So if we have another caution, he's pretty much guaranteed the lucky dog unless he's involved in the incident.
Boy, he did hit Don Kidder pretty hard, didn't he?
Yeah, he gave him a pretty good bump in the back, gave Kidder some damage on the rear end. It's the 41 to catch him out in second. Driggins drives it in deep into turn 1. Not going to get him, though. Catch him clear out of 2, and he's driving away with a big run down the back straightaway. Single file now down the back. It's Blackman with a 1.7 second lead right now. As we got lots of battles going on. It's really a question of will this race go green the rest of the way, and if it does, will the field have enough gas to make it to the end? It's going to be close.
Yes, it's going to be close. There comes Dylan Mirando back. He's up there in, what, 8th or 5th, I mean?
Yeah, Dylan Mirando up to 5th. He got the lucky dog last time. He was the second. He started on the outside pole for this race. Fell back with an early accident. Got stuck a lap down in the long green flag runs and has finally made his way back to the front. Look at him making it 3 wide almost on Kidder and Driggins down the front as the 24 Gold is going to make his way to the inside for 5th there on the 27 of Mirando. Mirando's got a fast car. He just needs to get by these guys, and he'll have a chance really at a top position here in this race.
Yeah, Don Kidder just went up the top. 42 there.
The old 42 car got loose. Mirando had to check up. And look at Thwaites in that 12 car, one of those guys that pitted late under that caution to top it off on gas. He's right there too. But I think Blackman might be saving gas because the 42 car, or the 41 of Ketchum has caught up to him fast. Blackman might be thinking about that gas, might be worrying about it because the 41 caught him and they're nose to tail there for the lead. But that 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th place cars are on top of each other right now.
Now, these two up here are saving fuel.
Yeah, they better be because they have to be saving fuel because the risk of not making it is greater than the chance they should have. If they have such a big gap that there's no point in not saving, really. You might as well just save, and as long as the 41 stays right behind the 25 when it comes down to it, he can make a move. 41 car should be hopefully managing fuel off the distance he has to the 25 of Blackman.
Yep, they got 20 laps to go after crossing the line this time.
The guy I know, 42 Driggins is in the fence out of 4, but he saved it. He's going to fall back, and he's going to lose touch with that group in front of him. But what I was saying is the guy that I think is really thinking about fuel more than anyone is that 46 car, Justin Walters. He came in with 1 to green, and immediately on that restart, he just pushed the clutch in and let it coast. He's just coasting around the track, confident, thinking, I know I'm going to make it to the end. He's just hoping that everyone else doesn't. He's playing a real tough game. 12 car Thwaites just tore down. They're wrecking on the front straightaway. Thwaites is around. We're going to have a caution.
Michael Thwaites.
Thwaites. Oh, man. Thwaites tore down the wall. And that shakes things up again. Because now throw fuel saving out the window. With 20 laps to go, you can come in now and you'll be more than fine to make it to the end. But Thwaites crashed on the front straightaway out of 4. He hit the wall and then bounced off of somebody on the front straightaway.
Yeah, he just lost it, Ryan. He didn't hit nobody till he come down. He lost it. It just went up.
To the apron, bounced off the wall, and clobbered the 24 of Jordan Goal, who was having a great run after running in the back basically the whole beginning of this race. He was up in the top 5. That really killed that right side of that race car.
Yes,
Michael Thwaites, that car is destroyed. Give the lucky dog to the 94 of Scott Brooks. That puts 10 cars on the lead lap.
Put Don Kidder back in 3rd.
And
but they'll all come in, though.
Pit stops here, yeah.
Yeah, they are.
I'm guessing everybody's going to probably come in because going to have less than 15 to go here on the restart.
Yeah, we can see pit lane get busy, I believe.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I'm waiting on them. Here
they're coming around to pit this time. Oh, Doug Blackman's going to stay out, and the rest of the field's going to come in. That's going to change everything right there. Blackman's going to stay out on old tires, and the entire rest of the lead lap field is in the pits right now.
He come in before the rest of them did a while ago, too.
Yeah, he's on extremely old tires. He's on 17-lap old tires right now, and the rest of the field that's on the lead lap at least is going to be on brand new, fresh Goodyear tires.
And fuel.
We're going to see who comes out first, though. Yeah, and he still is questionable on fuel, too. That's right. He better be saving under this caution. You see the race out of pit road here is going to be Ketchum, then Kidder, then Jordan Gold. Thank goodness he saved that fast repair. He got his fast repair taken, and he beat Mirando out of the pits. That puts him 4th, Mirando 5th, Driggins 6th. Justin Walters is 7th. Thwaites, Edmiston, and then Lucky Dog went to Scott Brooks. He's going to be 10th. But Doug Blackman stayed out, which is a very interesting call by him because he needs to be saving gas right now. He better be shutting that car off and pushing in the clutch unless he's coming in right now. I think he might be second thinking his decision, and he's going to come in now and give up all that track position, and he's going to go to the tail end of the lead lap right here. He's in the pits. So Doug Blackman is come into the pits, and he's going to fall all the way to the back of the field. And with only less than 15 laps to go and we go green, that could change things up quite a bit.
I wonder why he did that.
I think he thought that everyone else was going to stay out, and they didn't. He decided not to take the risk of staying out in front, and he's just going to come in and get those tires. And he's really fast. I wouldn't be surprised if we see him work his way back to the front. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how this race is out with Doug Blackman on fresh tires.
Well,
not really different than anyone else's because those caution laps do anything to your tires, but it's going to be interesting to see how everything plays out.
Yeah, but he is fast, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's probably got the fastest car on the track. Michael Thwaites and the 24 of Jordan Gold both had their faster pairs, so they're back into full sing with those cars, luckily, because they were pretty heavily damaged there, too.
And Ketchum is still the leader, so he led most of the laps tonight.
Yeah, Ketchum and the 25 car of Blackman have been the front runners all race. Then we saw Jerry Glenn pulling the pit strategy early. He's going to get his way back onto the lead lap right here. But he's going to get the wave around right here back onto the lead lap. But he's got some pretty heavy damage on that car. His chances of winning might not be there, but certainly was one of the fastest cars when he pulled that pit strategy there.
Yes, he did. Hello there. Oh, Pac-Man. Yeah, this is going to be a good race to the end.
Oh, yeah, that's for sure. We're going to have 14 laps to the end.
You got Brandon Ketchum up there. Don Kidder's on the right side of him. That's going to be a good start.
Yeah, it's going to be a great show. I think Ketchum has got much faster car than maybe the guys around him, but I don't know. I think we're going to be surprised by the 27 of Dylan Mirando. That car was fast at the start of the race. He made a mistake, caught him in the back, and I think he finally has a chance to get himself back to the front, and it's going to be at the right time here at the very end of this race.
Yeah, you got 24 right there, too.
Green flag is out, and great jump there by the 41, and Mirando did not get going. I think I might have jinxed him on that one. 41 at Ketchum is away. Top 3, 4, 5 cars are strung out, really. Ketchum has been getting great jumps on every single restart, and he showed it there again on that one.
That 24, Jordan Gold, is catching up with Don Kidder real quick.
Yeah, Jordan Gold there out of nowhere is looking at second place on Kidder. And nose to tail for second. We got trouble in the back, though. We got a car around. An unbelievable save by Jason Edmiston. Oh, my gosh, there was tires smoking. He had that thing all the way sideways. Hit the apron in 3 and 4, makes an outstanding save. Stay green, no caution. He's going to lose a ton of time. But we're still green. Battle for second is on. Goal is on the inside of Kidder. He sticks his nose in there. Oh, he got into him. He wrecked him. The 41 takes Kidder out, and Kidder's around. Oh, and he collects the 46 of Justin Walters. Caution is out again. Toward the end of this race, Justin Walters with heavy damage.
Well, we don't have to do no replay.
24 stuck his nose in there and turned the 03 of Kidder around. And they were gaining on that 41 to catch him there, too.
Yeah.
24's got right side damage. He's out of faster pairs. Driggins is third. Mirando's fourth. Walters got heavy damage there. He's fifth. Thwaites, then Blackman is seventh. Caution is out, and that puts Kidder in the back of the field in 11th.
Boy, they've been banging on that pole fella right there all night long.
Yeah, Kidder's been involved in a lot of accidents, and he's been innocent in most of them.
Yeah, he's just in the wrong place at the wrong time, buddy.
Yeah, he's been the innocent bystander there, and that caution's a big break for the wave around car of Jerry Glenn. He took the wave around there on that last caution, and he's going to come in and get fresh tires. Maybe he'll put himself back in the show here like he was early.
All right,
And
Jordan Gold got the black flag.
Yes, he got the EOL like
EOL.
you do. The rule here is if you cause an accident, you get an EOL. That's strike one. Jordan Gold to the tail puts Driggin second and Mirando third. It's going to be interesting to see if they can catch him here on the restart. He's been great on him all race long. But Walters has kind of come out of the pits here. So is Kidder, Edmiston, and Glenn. all in the pits right now, but 41 car Ketchum in the catbird seat right now.
Well, I tell you that 27, buddy, he's up there, ain't he?
Yeah, 27's got a real fast car, DJ Mirando there, Dylan Mirando.
Yes, he does.
Gonna see what he's got.
In third right now, so.
Oh. Yeah, after the penalty for goal, that's him third rather than fourth. That's got him in a really great position to get up there. And like I was saying, I think he's got a fast car.
Got Michael Thwaites right there in fourth now.
Yeah, and actually, well, we have a second here. We got an extra pace lap. Why don't we bring Mr. Mirando up into the booth here for a quick chat, see what his thoughts are.
All right.
Hey, Dylan Mirando, it's Ryan Gable up here in the OSR Network booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, 10-4.
Hey, man, we've been seeing how you've been performing this race. You were real fast there at the start of the race, then had an accident, got mired in the back, and with all these cautions, it puts you back in the front. What do you think your chances are here? You got a little bit of damage we see on the right side, but what do you think your chances are passing Driggins and Ketchum here at the end of this race?
Well, that was my own mistake at the beginning there. I just made a rookie mistake and put her in the wall and got a penalty on pit road, sent it through the grass, and worked this whole race to get back on the lead lap. Didn't get back on until about 20 to go, so didn't really know about the damage, but Ketchum's been fast all race. It's going to be hard to pass them guys. I'm going to give them a run for their money, though.
All right, man. Thank you so much for coming up here. Good luck to you for the rest of this race.
Yeah, 10-4. Thank you.
All right, well, that was Dylan Mirando as we come to one lap to green. See what his chances are at coming back to the front here. Ketchum and Driggins, though, they've been fast, especially Ketchum. He's been really the dominant factor of this race, started on pole, and it's going to be interesting to see if even Doug Blackman, who's there in fifth, he's pretty close to the front, running fifth right now. It's going to be interesting to see if he can get himself back to the front.
Yeah, Michael Thwaites is up there in fourth. He's right there in the front too now. You know, he's been running in the back there because of that last crash.
Yeah, he took his fast repair too. He's probably the only guy up toward the front that's got a completely clean car. I see a lot of right and left side damage on some of these guys, and it's all minor damage, but that 12 car is clean as a whistle there in fourth place, and so is the sixth place car, Scott Brooks, who's up toward the front now too. Don Kidder took his fast repair there.
All right,
So,
take us to the green.
Yeah, this is it. We're going to have 8 laps remaining. And once we hit 5 to go, a caution will more than likely end the race because there's no overtime in iRacing. So here we come to the green. It's going to be 8 laps to go. And Ketchum gets another great jump. Driggins is going to hang in there better this time than he did last time, though, as we take the green. And Mirando's sticking his nose in there. He wants second, and he might have a shot at it. He's there on the inside there, door to door for second. Driggins on Mirando. Mirando and Blackman, too, is trying to make a move there on Thwaites for fourth and third. But Ketchum just wants to see these guys side by side for as long as possible because he wants to drive away from the rest of the field. But it's side by side, 2 rows deep for second, third, fourth, fifth place, all right there on top of each other. Mirando drives it in deep into turn 1, and he's going to clear Driggins, but Driggins on the top might have a run. He needs to block that run out of 2, and he's going to. Ooh. Now it's a matter of the 27. Can he reel in the 41? Is there 3 wide for third almost coming into turn 3?
Yeah, Doug Blackman's down to in the bottom, wasn't he?
Yeah, Blackman's got a lot of speed in that car, and he just took tires on that pit stop. He's got the freshest tires out of anybody up in this front group. But it's really going to be the battle between Ketchum and Mirando. Mirando drives it in really deep into turn 1. Ketchum driving that second line like he has been all race long here. He's up toward the top. Mirando right behind him, though. Mirando wants to make his move because if we get a caution at this point, it could be race over. So he wants to get to the lead as soon as he can.
He got one more lap and it'll be over.
Yeah, we're coming to 5 laps to go this time. And it's nose to tail, Ketchum and Mirando first and second. And Blackman just blew by Thwaites out of 4 for third. See if he can become a factor in this race. But Mirando's there on the inside out of turn 2. Oh, he didn't get him. The 41 got the run on exit. Ketchum gets the run on the exit of the corner. Now Mirando back, driving it in deep again to turn 3. Here comes Mirando. He's right there. They are nose to tail down the front. 4 laps to go now this time. Mirando right there. And here comes Doug Blackman in 3rd.
I believe Ketchum blocking a little bit, and which I don't blame him.
He's got to be blocking. I'd be doing the same thing. I'd block him into the inside wall if I'd have to, if I was in the lead. And Ketchum, he's going to block him low. He's going to try to take that bottom away. Mirando's going to have a better run here, I think, out of 4, but is it enough? He's got the draft. He's trying to get down there into the grass almost, trying to get to the inside of him. He just needs to get his nose in there. We got 3 laps to go. Here he goes. Oh, Blackman and Thwaites. It's 4 cars under a blanket. Unbelievable racing here with 3.5 laps to go. 2.5 laps to go, rather. Coming to 2 to go this time. Blackman trying to stick his nose in there under Mirando. Oh, man, all 4 of them. Thwaites, Blackman, Mirando's got him this time. He's under Ketchum. Side by side at the line with 2 to go. Mirando's got him on the inside there, door to door at the turn 1 point. And he's got him. He's clear. Ketchum might have the run on exit, though, and Blackman's there under Ketchum for 2nd.
Oh, he's going to make it down the bottom. He's going to get it.
Cleared him. Mirando has cleared him, but Blackman is still there, too. Blackman's been the fastest guy all night long, and he's got him right there in 2nd. He's got the fresher tires by a few laps, and here we come to the white flag. The 41 kisses the wall at a turn 4, but it's the 27 of Mirando in the lead on the last lap. And here comes Thwaites on the inside. He almost gets into the 41 for 3rd. Blackman's going to block the 41 out of turn 2. Side by side for 2nd, and that might be exactly what Mirando wants to see out of Mirando's rearview mirror. He's got the 2nd and 3rd place cars behind him, and an outstanding show at the end of this race. Dylan Mirando's going to do it. Mirando is going to win here at Texas in the Duck Commander 500. Dead even at the line for 2nd. Give it to Ketchum by 1/1000th of a second. Ketchum got him at the line for 2nd. Blackman is 3rd. Michael Thwaites 4th. Then it's Don Kidder in 5th. Justin Walters in 6th. Scott Brooks 7th. 8th is Eric Driggins. 9th is Jerry Glenn. 10th is Jordan Goal, and what a great race.
Don Kidder finally got him a good one.
Yeah, Don Kidder finally a great race. He got 5th there in that one after getting taken out late. He came back to the front, but wow, that was an awesome show.
That was an awesome show, man. I tell you, this is the way it ought to be.
Yeah, that was an outstanding show. I had the feeling that Miranda would make his way back to the front, and well, I guess I had the right feeling because he did just that.
You take your, let's see.
Yeah, I'm going to bring the top 3 up right now here. Going to start with 3rd place, which was Doug Blackman. Going to bring him up here in the booth in just a moment.
You talk to him and catch him.
I got to get Ketchum up here too.
What a race.
All right, so Doug Blackman, this is the OSR Network booth. Ryan Gable speaking. You had a copy?
Roger that, Ryan. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. You put on a great show. You had the fastest car all night long, running up front, and then late in the race, fuel strategy and pit strategy during those cautions mired you toward the back, and you made an outstanding run back. Almost got 2nd at the line, just got beat by Ketchum by 1/1000th of a second. You put on a great show there. What do you think made the difference from you losing the lead and falling back and not being able to get back to the front there at the end?
That was being nice, letting the guys get a lap back.
Yeah, it all came down really to pit strategy. That long green flag run at the beginning of the race. How do you think tire wear and that pit strategy that the 15 car took there, Jerry Glenn, he took that interesting pit strategy there toward the beginning of the race and making the short pit. How do you think that shook up the race?
I don't think it shook it up that much because this is the long run game here of keeping it on the bottom. So I did notice that he was riding a higher groove than I was, and I just kept it at the bottom, controlling my entry. So I was just going to run my own race. I had my plan of when I was going to do my stops, and it seemed like I was kind of controlling that for the rest of the field. But other than that, it was a great race. Enjoyed the finish, even though I was generous to let some guys get some laps back. But that just made for a more interesting race for the TV.
Yeah, that's for sure. That was an awesome race. You got anybody to thank? Any shout-outs here?
I just would like to thank Extreme Motorsports for having the league that they have. Been a long-time member since the beginning, and just a great group of guys. Real clean racing, especially in the K&N series. Really enjoyed my first night here running with these guys. So I look forward to probably running some more races with them.
All right, that was Doug Blackman. Doug, thank you very much for coming up here with us.
Roger that, not a problem.
All right, next up we're going to bring second place finisher Brandon Ketchum up here into the booth. Hey, Brandon Ketchum, this is Ryan Gable up in the OSR Network booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do. How you doing, Ryan?
I'm doing great, man. You put on a hell of a show out there tonight. You were one of the fastest cars. I think you and Doug Blackman were two of the fastest cars out there. You finished right on top of each other. You were out front for most of the race. Tell us about how your night went from your point of view.
Race went great. Track was good. Car was good. You know, I was running my line. Tried to save fuel after that first fuel run, so I fell back a little bit in the field, and then I messed myself up on that entering pits. I missed a gear, and she spun around on me, but recovered. Caution helped, and I couldn't be happier the way the car was tonight. It was just great.
Yeah, man, thanks for coming up here. You got any shout-outs to make? Anyone you want to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Jim Kelly with ASP, AdvancedStimulationProducts.com, Custom Button Boxes for sponsoring us this year. I'd like to thank Josh Gillen for letting me run on his team, Extreme Motorsports, and Rick Donathan for putting on a great league and having just a great group of guys to race around. Everybody that was supporting me in the chat tonight, my wife and my kids.
All right, thank you for coming on up here.
Thanks, you guys have a good rest of your night.
All right, we're going to bring our winner, Dylan Miranda, up here into the booth. All right, we got Dylan Miranda up here in the booth here. Dylan had a great race out there, ran up front, and had the issues there at the start of the race, as I mentioned when I interviewed before the caution. I had a feeling that you'd get your way back up there. What was it really on that last restart that got you back up to the front?
Oh, on that last restart, I knew I was going to have to take care of the second place car as quick as I could, because I knew I was going to need all the laps I could get to get around Brandon, and sure enough, I got up to his back bumper, and I could tell he wasn't going to make it easy on me. Got a couple runs on him, then he blocked, and it was all good, and then out of 4, I got a nose below his left rear, and I said, I'm not moving this time. So I think that ended up being a win for the move for the race.
Yeah, man, you put on an awesome show out there. Fell in the back early, came back to the front, and you got to the front right at the right time. Anybody you want to thank or give any shout-outs to tonight?
Yeah, first race with Bill Secunda Studios on the side of the car and Pittsburgh Fitness Project. Bill's my girlfriend's dad. He makes awesome scrap metal sculptures. Go check him out online. Really just glad to be here. Second race in Extreme Motorsports, and I already got a W under my belt, so that makes me happy.
Yeah, man, you put on a great show out there. Thank you for coming up in the booth.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Ryan.
All right, that was all right. He done a good job there, Ryan, him, Ketchup, and Blackman, all three of them. But we got next week. Everybody, we're gonna say good night here from Texas. It's Tim McBurry in the booth, and got Ryan Gable there. We'll see y'all next week. Y'all have a good one.